Hi, my name's Rob. Welcome to my channel, Our Amazing Woodwork. In our videos we'll try and share with you tips and tricks of new things that we learn along the way on anything to do with woodwork. Follow along with us. We upload videos on Fridays twice a month. I'm going to see if I can do something with this. This is a piece of red oak. You may remember I made a bowl out of half of it. And this is where I've cut the pith out. So it's about 400 square, and it's about, there you go, 30 mil, inch and a half or inch and a quarter thick. And I'd get a radius of 7 inches. So I put my moisture meter on it and it's quite dry, so I'm going to cut the corners off, and I'm going to see if I can put like a glue block on and mount it in the lathe like that maybe, and see how we go. So now I'm going to try and flatten this off so that I can get a glue block on there and mount it on the lathe with a centerpiece. It'll only be like a shallow tray, I think. I've never done it before, so it's going to be interesting, quite good fun. Still got my centre mark there. There we go. So that's my glue blocks ready to go on. So now I'm going to put a plate. So now I'm going to put the plate on this. So I'm going to put these screws in there, 3.5 by 20, and I'm going to put them in with some tallow. You just literally just put a little bit on the end and it just helps them go in. quite a bit of wobble on this still, so I'm not 100% sure how much of this you're getting, so I've got to try and take this away to get rid of that chainsaw cut. So what I'll probably do is keep that as the base and then feather it up so that we get just like a really shallow dish that just rises up on the side. I think that's how it's going to work. So what I'll probably do is I'll just stop it from time to time so that you get a better idea of how it's going, because I just think the wobble will drive you balmy. It's getting there, but still got a bit more to go, so I can take it back a bit further and then just feather it out. I want to try and keep some kind of edge on here because I don't know how thin it's going to have to get, so I don't want to make it too thin, but we'll see. Don't know what's better with that on or off, but I found this much harder than I expected. So I don't know if it's because of the wobble or I've got a lot of lines in it, which will sand out, I know, but it's a lot of work to sand them out like that. I should be able to cut them out. I'm going to have one more pass and see if I can. I mean, I should turn the speed up, I guess, maybe try that. This is where I've got to. I have started sanding it down. I don't think it looks too bad, actually. I mean, it will be thin. I mean, that's probably just there. That's probably, well, 3/4 of an inch. So I'm surprised I haven't found the screws from the faceplate. But that would be interesting to see if I can get that out. So I'm just going to sand this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue a block on so that tomorrow I can turn that and turn it round and then do the inside, and then I can cut that off afterwards and clean it up, but it should look good. I think it's going to be worth the effort, let's put it that way. So I finished sanding it. I've just marked the center there. You can't really see it, just there. So I'm gonna mark a circle on there so that I know where to center my block, and I'm gonna glue the block on now, and then I'll leave it overnight and we'll come back to it tomorrow. Okay, so there you can see I've glued my block on and it's been held in place by my tailstock. So I'm going to let that go off overnight, and then tomorrow I will turn a spigot on that block, and then I can turn it round and we can deal with the other side, and hopefully we'll have a nice little tray. So it should be good. So I've just finished putting some sanding sealer on it, which is this one here, and now I'm gonna put some Yorkshire grit on just as the final finish on the outside, just before I completely finish it, and then I shall turn it over and start on what will be the inside. And now I'm gonna buff this up This is the same towel as I used to put it on with. Yeah, that's really nice and smooth. Okay. Now it's time to turn it over. So my lowest points are going to be here and here, probably this side more so. You can see that's my thumb there, look. So it's not thick there at all, whereas up here it's a bit thicker. But so I'm going to leave this ring on for a little while. I'm just going to work on this side and see if I can get rid of these chainsaw marks and see how far we get with it. So I'm just checking to see how thick it is, whether it's sort of consistently the same sort of thickness all across. It's not too bad at the moment, it's just rising up here a little bit. So when I get into this, then I'll take this ring off, and then I'll have to see how far down these screw holes go, and then it can be sanded. So here's the $6 million question. Have I got enough depth in the wood to get to the bottom of the screw hole. I think I have, but only time will tell. So that's as far as I'm going to go with that. I'm happy with that. I'm going to start sanding it down now. Should be good. Oh, there it is. It's nice and thin. There's a knot. Let me take this out. There's a knot there where bits of it have fallen out. Now, I could resin that, or I could just leave it as it is, which is probably what I'm going to do. And we'll see. There's a little bit of tear out there. Might see if I can sand that out by hand. And I've also still got to cut the spigot off the back, but that's okay. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with that. It's a nice, well, it's certainly better than it was. So here's the finished product. It's about a month old now. It's been a busy month, what with holidays and goodness knows what. You can see how thin it is. See, compared to the width of my finger, and it's come out really well. It's stayed pretty stable. If you put it on a flat surface, it doesn't wobble. You can even see that it looks nice and flat. So I'm really pleased with that. Hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I'll try and do something a bit more regular from now on. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye.